Imagine finishing a day of hunting, gathering, carrying wood, and walking nearly 20 miles, only to come home to no mattress, no blanket, no pillow, and not even a wooden bed. Yet for more than 99% of human history, this was completely normal. So how did ancient humans actually sleep? Were they constantly uncomfortable? Did they wake up covered in insects? And why did they seem to suffer far less from chronic back pain than many modern people? The answers might completely change the way you think about sleep. For most of human history, beds simply didn't exist. The earliest humans lived hundreds of thousands of years before anyone thought about building furniture. Instead of climbing into a soft mattress every night, they had to find safe places that protected them from predators, harsh weather, and freezing temperatures. Their first bedroom was nature itself. Caves became popular shelters, but contrary to what movies often show, humans didn't spend all their time inside caves. Many groups lived in open camps, temporary huts made from branches, or simple windbreaks built from wood and animal hides. Where they slept depended entirely on the environment. In forests, soft moss, leaves, and grass could be piled together to create a surprisingly comfortable sleeping surface. In dry grasslands, bundles of reeds or straw worked well. In colder regions, animal skins and thick layers of fur acted as insulation, trapping precious body heat during freezing nights. These weren't beds in the modern sense, but they were smart solutions developed through thousands of years of trial and error. One remarkable discovery came from archaeologists studying a cave in South Africa. Inside, they found ancient layers of grass bedding dating back roughly 200,000 years. Even more fascinating, the grass wasn't chosen randomly. Mixed into the bedding were aromatic plants that naturally repel insects. Without understanding chemistry, ancient humans had discovered that certain plants helped keep biting insects away while they slept. It was one of humanity's earliest forms of pest control. Every few weeks, the old bedding was burned and replaced with fresh material. This reduced parasites and created cleaner sleeping areas. Primitive, perhaps. Effective, absolutely. Sleep wasn't just about comfort, it was about survival. Night was the most dangerous time of day. Lions, hyenas, wolves, bears, and countless other predators became active after sunset. Instead of everyone falling asleep at once, researchers believe members of many groups naturally slept in shifts. Some people remained lightly awake while others rested deeply. This created an almost continuous watch throughout the night. Interestingly, modern studies suggest humans naturally wake several times during sleep. Our ancestors may have simply accepted these waking periods as normal, using them to check the fire or keep watch before drifting back to sleep. Fire completely transformed sleep. Once humans learned to control it, nights became safer. Predators generally avoided flames. Smoke discouraged insects. The warmth made colder climates livable. Families often slept close to the fire in circular arrangements, maximizing heat while remaining close enough to react quickly if danger appeared. The campfire became much more than a source of warmth. It became the center of social life. Stories were shared. Knowledge passed between generations. Children learned survival skills. Only then, after the flames settled into glowing embers, would the group finally rest. You might imagine sleeping on the ground caused endless back pain. Surprisingly, evidence suggests otherwise. Modern mattresses encourage us to stay in one position for hours. Ancient humans didn't. They frequently changed positions throughout the night. Their sleeping surfaces were firm but adaptable. Because they spent their days moving, climbing, lifting, and squatting, their muscles naturally supported their spine. Today's sedentary lifestyle may actually contribute more to chronic pain than sleeping on firm ground. Comfort isn't only about softness, it's also about how the body functions. Seasonal changes also affected sleeping habits. During warm summers, many groups slept outdoors beneath the stars. Fresh air reduced smoke exposure and kept sleeping areas cooler. In winter, people crowded together inside shelters. Body heat became an important survival tool. Sharing warmth significantly reduced energy loss during freezing nights. This is one reason communal sleeping was so common across ancient cultures. Privacy simply wasn't practical. Safety mattered far more. Children rarely slept alone. Babies stayed close to their mothers, making nighttime feeding easier while protecting infants from danger. Many anthropologists believe this close sleeping arrangement strengthened family bonds and increased infant survival. It also meant adults slept lighter than many people do today. Listening for babies, unusual animal sounds, or changes in the fire became part of normal sleep. Deep, uninterrupted sleep may not have been the historical standard we often imagine. Ancient humans also followed natural light. Without electricity, sunset signaled the beginning of rest. Sunrise marked the start of activity. Their internal body clocks stayed closely synchronized with daylight. Today, bright phone screens, televisions, and artificial lighting delay the release of melatonin, the hormone that helps us fall asleep. Our ancestors never faced this problem. Darkness naturally prepared their brains for rest. In many ways, nature served as their alarm clock. Weather constantly influenced where and how people slept. Heavy rain meant moving into sheltered areas. Strong winds required building protective barriers. Flooding forced camps to relocate. Sleeping wasn't just a nightly routine, it was a daily decision based on changing conditions. Flexibility was essential. There was no permanent bedroom waiting at the end of the day. Over thousands of years, sleeping arrangements slowly evolved. People began weaving plant fibers into mats. Animal skins became softer through tanning. Raised platforms appeared in some settlements, helping protect sleepers from damp ground, insects, and small animals. Eventually, wooden bed frames emerged. Mattresses filled with straw followed. Centuries later came cotton, springs, foam, memory foam, and the luxurious beds we know today. Yet every modern bed traces its origins back to simple piles of grass, leaves, and animal hides created by people who understood one important truth. Good sleep wasn't about luxury, it was about warmth, safety, and community. Tonight, when you lie down on your mattress, surrounded by pillows, blankets, and climate control, remember that your ancestors slept very differently. They rested beneath stars, beside glowing fires, wrapped in animal skins, listening to the sounds of the wilderness. They had no beds, no bedrooms, no memory foam. Yet through ingenuity, cooperation, and an intimate understanding of nature, they managed to get the sleep they needed to survive, and eventually build the civilizations that gave us the comforts we enjoy today. The next time your bed doesn't feel perfect, just remember, for almost all of human history, the ground itself was home.